In my last devlog I was talking about level design, but more focused on what is in the actual levels. Now I've got all those things, and have to make levels around them. When making mechanics, assets, either way, I tested them in this test level that works quite well at showing what I want from a proper level. First, a razor, then a collectible. Ooh, don't get too complacent. They're retroactive. Sure. Great for puzzles. A collectible, a lever, a door, a sticky surface, a fan, and then the end of the level. So, for designing the levels I was thinking, first, an introductory level designed to introduce a new mechanic. Small, simple, then a more complex level bringing in some mechanics from earlier, and then start the process again for a new mechanic. Maybe throwing in a couple more levels for flavour. I think this method is quite good. It lets players get familiar with mechanics, sort of lightly tutorializing them before giving them proper, more difficult levels. The first level introduces the plait and how to extend it, with showing the controls on a giant screen, also showing a collectible through a secret passage. The player will notice the collectible, and they won't understand what it is. Only in the next level will they realize what that was. And in this next level, they'll also see a razor for the first time. This level is simple and introductory, just showing how the razor works. The third level introduces the lever, and is a bit more complicated and much more platformer-esque, but still easy. Also showing how razors can work retroactively as a minor jump scare. Not really scary though. Now, after introducing these mechanics, I can now start making proper levels, which is the hard part. Creating clever mechanics that, to quote Yahtzee, makes the player feel smart without having to actually be smart is very difficult, and making these levels are very important for the actual feel of the game. For the fourth level, the last one I've done so far, gives you a path and 3 levers. You need to push the first lever last, as it crushes your connection into this levery area, and the third first, without pulling the second. It's fairly easy to figure out if you just fiddle with the levers, and there is a reset button if you accidentally trap yourself out. I think this is a good, if slightly cliché and unadventurous level, sort of the kind of difficulty that I want to strive for my future levels. That's just my progress so far on making levels. I've still got much more levels to do to actually get the rest of the mechanics in the game. Yeah.